This is KGW News at noon.
Welcome to the News at Noon. I'm Drew Carney, and first up this afternoon, several local schools are making the move back to distance learning. Too many staff members and too many teachers are sick, and there aren't enough subs to fill all the holes. Durham Elementary School in the Tiger-Tualatin School District is closed today, while teachers there prepare to make the switch to remote learning. Same goes for Ockley Green Middle School in Portland. All schools, meanwhile, in Northeast Portland's Park Rose District are closed today because of staffing shortages. The district still hasn't announced what the plan is yet for tomorrow. And Portland's Roosevelt, Cleveland, and McDaniel high schools have all made the move back to distance learning for at least the rest of this week.
I don't think anybody in the broader community is going to be surprised that unless the conditions improve and we can guarantee consistency of staffing, that there may be additional school communities where we need to transition temporarily to distance learning.
We just heard from the superintendent of the Portland Public School District there. The district also says it's going back to stricter COVID safety protocols for the next month. Well, restaurants around the area are also feeling the impact of this latest COVID surge. The 1905 Jazz Club in North Portland is one of many businesses forced to temporarily shut things down because of positive COVID cases among its employees. The Jazz Club told us they were already struggling to fill positions even before this wave of COVID cases hit. Now, the people running the club say their priority is simply to keep things safe.
It has to be. I mean, we can't operate if we don't have a staff, and we can't operate if we don't have customers. So doing everything we can to protect both sides of that. Same with musicians. If musicians are sick, they're not going to be able to play. Or if they feel that they're at risk of getting sick because our protocols don't protect them. So it's for the benefit of everyone here.
That was one of the co-owners of the 1905 Jazz Club, who also told us their hope is to reopen on Wednesday. Starting today, Trimet is scaling back services because of what's being described as a historic staffing shortage. 20 different bus lines will have fewer buses running. Some buses will start later in the morning. Service will also end, in some cases, earlier in the day. Trimet says ridership is still down about 50% from what it was before the pandemic began, but they're still short right now about 45 bus drivers. Trimet says riders should go to their website to check the new bus schedules before heading out. All right, we have more headlines to get to in a moment, but first we take a break to join Rod Hill in the Weather Center. Rod, lots of sunshine this weekend, but a little cloudier out there today.
But we are making improvements. Yes, Mr. Carney. You know, we had the morning rain. We thought we'd be mainly dry by lunchtime, and that has happened. You see some thicker clouds offshore. We're actually getting some breaks in the cloud cover at this hour. And radar shows, I mean, there are a few showers around, but really very little up and down I-5 from Longview to Salem. And I think it stays that way this afternoon. Don't be surprised if you find a shower, but for the most part, your outdoor plans this afternoon, you're going to find dry conditions. We're at 40 in Hillsboro, 43 out in Gresham. We still have east winds coming out of the Columbia River Gorge, 41 in Salem. Estacada, 47. We ought to warm up at least a few to a handful of degrees, I think, this afternoon. We're at 43 right now at PDX. Temperatures could go as warm as about 47 for a high. We'll still be in the 40s at 8 o'clock. We have some more rain coming in tomorrow. Coming up, we'll take a look at good travel conditions over the mountains and the latest numbers on how much snow is sitting on Mount Hood. That's coming up.
All right, more from Rod coming up here, as he mentioned, in a few minutes. But right now, we do want to get back to more headlines. We start with this. Search and rescue efforts still happening today in Washington County after several reports on Sunday evening of a plane going down somewhere close to the area where highways 26 and 47 come together. The Washington County Sheriff's Office says they got a report from someone who says they saw a plane spiraling out of control, followed by a loud boom and black smoke. Other people also gave reports of what looked or sounded like a plane crash.
When the request went out on social media, did anyone see anything, any pictures? The public response was massive, and we've received many different photographs from many different locations.
A helicopter search lasted for several hours last night near Highway 6 and the Coast Range. Crews on the ground continued searching the Coast Range this morning, but so far they haven't found any evidence of a crash. The sheriff's office also said there hasn't been any reports of a missing plane in the area, but at the same time, small personal flights don't usually file a flight plan because it's not required. Well, we're still working to learn more details after a Vancouver police officer shot and killed someone Sunday morning. Officers went to a home near Northeast 131st Avenue and 59th Street just before 12:30 after reports of a man there had a weapon. Police say there was a person inside the house armed with knives, and several people, including 2 kids, were hiding in the back. Officers say they also believe this person started a small fire at the house. When de-escalation techniques failed, police say they were forced to use their guns. The person who was shot was taken to the hospital where they died. The 4 officers involved are now on leave during this investigation. There's a new law in Oregon that went into effect at the start of the new year. It requires death reports to note if a person was homeless at the time of their death. Multnomah County has been doing this actually for the past 10 years, but now other counties in the state are doing it as well. The new law means Lincoln County will note that Walter Hergert was homeless when he died last week. Walter died outside last Wednesday in Lincoln City after he left a warming shelter that closed because temperatures got above 40 degrees. Walter actually spent most of his time in Newport, where he was well known by many people in the community. He was a fisherman, but according to the Newport nonprofit Grace Wins Haven, Walter also dealt with issues that wound up leaving him homeless. Tracy Flowers is the executive director of Grace Wins Haven, and she told us a lot of people are going to miss Walter.
I couldn't believe the response that we got. Hundreds of people between my personal page and my business page, just talking about memories of Walter, being an artist, being a friend to everybody, sharing a meal with him, sharing a cup of coffee with him, hearing his jokes, and just the love and compassion that this man had.
Walter Hergert leaves behind a brother, along with other family members and other friends. Well, a potential strike looms in Portland. In fact, the District Council of Trade Unions could give notice of a strike as soon as today. Union supporters rallied outside of City Hall this weekend. The group has been working with the city on a new contract for its 1,200 city employees in 6 different unions. Last month, it declared an impasse in the bargaining process, and now, again, a strike is looming.
We absolutely have provided critical services to the city. We've continued to keep the city working throughout, a worldwide pandemic. You know, whether that's clean water, sewer systems, transportation, all of the many things that we do, we've continued to do. And it's time for City Council to realize the value of their workforce.
The city is offering a 1.6% cost of living increase retroactive to last July. It's also offering a 5% raise that would begin in July of this year. The union argues those offers are not in line with national inflation rates, which increased by more than 6% over the past year.